So, I'm back. My friend Vincent was so gracious enough to let me review another one of my nerddoms, so I'm back again to do it again. This week, I'm going to be reviewing the new hit Marvel movie that just let out, Civil War. I'm a big stickler on this kind of thing, so spoilers will follow for this movie. So if you follow the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know that from beginning up till now, they've done nothing but fantastic work. A few misses here and there, Incredible Hulk, Age of Ultron, Iron Man 3, these are some examples that aren't the biggest hits in this slate of films, but they still weren't completely horrible. And Civil War just adds to that awesomeness. So basically what happens in Civil War is there's two oppositions from the faction Avengers when the government feels like the Avengers need some accountability for their actions that they've done around the world. General Ross comes in, well now Secretary Ross comes in and says that they should be accounted for. Iron Man leads the state that agrees with them, and Captain America leads the team that is opposed, who says that the Avengers shouldn't have any governmental influence. While this is going, there's some interaction with the Winter Soldier. So basically, the government thinks that they need to be overlooked on between what happened with Washington, D.C. and the Winter Soldier, which was the movie before this one, what happened to Sokovia and Age of Ultron, even the Battle of New York from the first Avengers movie. They've caused nothing but damage and deaths of so many people that they should be watched over. And Tony Stark agrees with the government and says that they should have some overlook, while Captain America opposes this. All while this is going, there's a subplot with Bucky Barnes, which is Captain America's friend, the Winter Soldier. He was part of some sort of brainwashing experiment from Hydra, and now he's like this murderous, rampageous assassin who with code words becomes an animal just at the snap of a finger. And at the same time, our Captain America is trying to protect Bucky because that's his best friend, even though he doesn't really remember him, and Tony Stark is leading the charge against Captain America to try to bring Bucky in for his crimes against humanity. I just started my record player. Alright, we're good. Guardians of the Galaxy record, by the way, if you were wondering. Within this film, we have two theatrical debuts within the cinematic universe. One of them is the Black Panther, played by Mr. Chadwick Boseman. So he comes into the mix as a part of Team Iron Man, trying to bring in the Winter Soldier and Captain America for their crimes against humanity in this whole opposition for governmental influence. At the same time, there's another debut for Team Iron Man, which is my personal favorite, Spider-Man, played by the incredible Tom Holland. Tom Holland's portrayal of Spider-Man, I didn't know how I was going to go into it because I haven't really heard anything from this kid. He's 19 years old, relatively new. He's done one movie with Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor in the cinematic universe, so I didn't know what to expect except for that little smart blurb that he had in the trailer for Civil War. But watching the film, I was kind of impressed. This portrayal of Spider-Man was actually pretty spot on, and kudos to Mr. Holland for doing such incredible work. But Spider-Man was funny, he was chatty Cathy, what they call it. It was just it was just the picture perfect Spider-Man. Aside from just the portrayals of these new characters, Chris Evans as Captain America always does fantastic work. Same thing for Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson. Everybody plays their part well. That's all you can expect from them. They just do amazing work all this time. With this story, it was different. You know, the teams and the characters in the movie, it was slightly deviated. I will admit that, but it worked out for the film, so I'm not mad at it at all. Effects were spectacular. The cinematography, again, just amazing, and the editing. The editing was actually pretty cool. I'm not a big stickler on video editing. Paying attention to the little details from I saw in the trailers to the big screen, they actually did a really good job, so I'll give kudos to the editors of Civil War. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a solid 10 out of 10 because this just rounds out the whole trilogy of Captain America from the first Avenger to the Winter Soldier to now. DC, just take some notes from me, okay? A lot of people were upset that there was too many characters within Batman vs. Superman. Take notes from Marvel. This is how you blend a movie with so many characters and put them together as one. You don't need to have a story arc for every single character that's been in the comic books. You can just have them play their part in whatever role that they may need to for the story, and that's it. There's no further detail. In this movie, they may have touched upon Vision and Scarlet Witch's possible romance, just like in the comics. They may have gone the route with Peggy Carter's death within the movie too. But you don't need to have a huge grand story arc. It's this versus that. That's it. Kaput. That's it. So take notes.